Wait for some people to get in here, and then we'll dive into it. Ready, set, go. Someone said, I think it's too late to put money in. I don't think it's too late. I think when you talk about Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin has risen quite a bit. Everything else, though, hasn't really moved as much. You can definitely say that Bitcoin's reaching, its all-time highs, but a lot of other things are not reaching their all-time highs yet. So you have a lot of opportunities to get into those plays. Um, yeah, let me go ahead here. Yeah, you have a lot of opportunities to get into those plays right now. So it's not saying that things are at their highest level for everything. It's just Bitcoin. It seems like. And I don't even think that's at the highest level. I think it has a lot of room to grow. 72K. Let's go. Grock is flying. I did see Grock was up to like 11 or 12, so 1.2 cents. I don't know how high it has gone since then. These are the mornings I like waking up to. I mean, honestly, if you look at everything in the market, a lot of altcoins are not really running as much. So it's not really something I love to wake up to, but being able to see a bullish crypto market regardless, I'm very happy with that. Wait, as my man Val say last gasp. I don't know what that means. See you checking out the small caps now. I made some mad money on Salama and Solly. Put them on your board and to look over. Lots of room to run still. Yeah, I've been looking at some small caps quite a bit. Like recently, what came across my desk, somebody mentioned in the live stream a while ago, about tips about this position. And tips has been consistently growing. It's been consistently making moves. It's still not on coin market cap yet, but I saw this was making quite a bit of a move. The last time I looked at it was like 300% up from that time period. If you look at where or how far it has grown, obviously this is nothing but an upward trajectory for this position before it even gets on coin market cap. It's sitting at a $4.4 million market cap with how much in volume? I'm trying to see how much actually in volume. But you're looking at a 123% increase in the last 24 hours, 6% in the last 6 days, 5 minutes, 1%. So you're seeing the level of growth for TIP, and even HG Access or HGA has kind of called this out a while ago, and I think the total gain from that point was like 149%. So yeah, I mean it's very interesting to see the level of growth that this does have and what it is. I mean, just a tip. I mean, it's a memeable thing to think about, right? Just the tip. They have the rocket ships with the dust clouds or the whatever you call them, but just the tip. I mean, it's all about this cryptocurrency, and obviously, I've seen some movement within it. So I'm excited to see what can come of it. I would like to know what the volume is, though. Oh, there it is. 1.1 million. I'm not used to this site. I've been trying to dive into it a little bit more because they have a lot of things that are up 84,000% and 140K%. So when I see things that are up 100%, I'm like, is that the beginning or whatever of the position? So currently sitting at 6 cents. I'm interested to see how this plays out. I really am. So if you want to take a look, go ahead and take a look at that. But I've been using Deck Screener a lot to see what they have available. But it seems like Solana seems to have majority of the larger movers right now. And you have Just the Tip, you have Solana here, you have Luna, you have Balls, Bitcoin that's up 18,000%. But you have to be careful with some of these positions because they're up so much that
Hash donated $2
it's
and
tough.
99 cents through Super Chat. Thoughts on Baby Grock, Baby Doge, Milady Meme Coin?
So probably out of all those, I would say Milady is probably one that I would look at to have any type of I don't know, belief in, I would say. Baby Grock is a baby version of Grock. I don't like when you have separate versions of it. If you're looking to gain, short-term income, then you could possibly gain some short-term gains with it, with Grock or with Baby Grock, with Baby Doge, and those things. But then Milady is its own like standalone thing. It doesn't have anything that it's really flowing off of. It's just Elon Musk talked about it one time. It's a project that could have a little bit of hype. I don't have it, but I know a lot of people that do. That was horrible. But anyways, if we look at Bitcoin today, I wanted to show Bitcoin before we get into everything else. Um, Bitcoin is sitting at $71,729.95. It's amazing to see it over 70,000 and that far over 70,000. Now seeing it at 71, not just 70, not just breaking the 69 level, but getting up to 70, 71, almost $72,000 this morning. So who knows if people are going to wake up and we're going to see this continue to run. But we haven't really seen much flowing into everything else that's in the market, but we will go into that in a little bit. We're seeing $48 billion worth of volume and a $1.4 trillion market cap, which is absolutely amazing. Like this is more than what the market cap was in the in the bear market. Overall market cap, you saw Bitcoin that's really at that total value for the entire bear market or even middle of the road market. It's amazing to see. 3% volume to market cap ratio, 93% of the supply that's out there. You know how long it's going to take for the supply to be there. But I just want to see the money from Bitcoin flow into a lot of other things in the market. If we look at where the market is total, we're seeing it up about 2.2%. We are seeing Ethereum that's over $4,000, almost at a $500 billion market cap, which is fantastic to see. We see BNB that is slightly up. It's over the $500 mark. Solana is almost at 150. You see XRP still hovering around the 63 cent mark. Cardano 74, 75 cents. Dogecoin 17 cents. Shiba Inu is slightly up as well, up to 34, or was it 3.4034? Avalanche is up to 46. So some things are up, some things are positive. Chainlink looks like it's doing pretty good. It's up to $21.45, $12.5 billion market cap. Uniswap up to an $8 billion market cap. Seeing Cosmos that's up 2%. I want to see some bigger movers here today. Let me go ahead and check what's moving the most within the top 100. Looks like Pyth is up the most, 20%. Floki is still moving up 17%, up to a $2.6 billion market cap. That's great to see. Algorand is up 9% as well. For anybody that's an Algorand fan that holds a lot of Algorand, it's moving quite a bit. Avalanche again, that's up 8%. Chainlink up 7%, 8%. Thorchain 7%. Litecoin is up quite a bit. That should be a bigger mover for my Margex positions. If I go into Margex, I should see Litecoin, and here it is. Litecoin with USDC. I'm up $356 on that play. Then I'm also up, let me see, I have another Litecoin position. I'm up $437 on this play, which is 300% in XRP that I would get extra XRP for. Now, I still believe that this can go a lot further, so I'm going to sit on that for a little bit. I don't know as to when we're going to see that pullback. I just hope it's not below $61. That's all I care about. Because then it'll take away all gains that we do have here, even though some are up, like Bitcoin up 625%. Seeing XRP up 157%. Again, if you guys want to trade on Margex, the link to trading on Margex is in the description, in the description and in the chat. Trade up to 100x leverage on things like Bitcoin, BNB, Ethereum, and you can trade 50x on some other plays and 25x on other plays. So feel free to check that out. You can see the ApeCoin position that I did purchase on Friday is now up 55%, or $191 in Ethereum. So that's great to see. I want to see that skyrocket a lot more than where that is right now, but it's still great to see. All right, we got 307 people here. If you guys can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I would love if you guys get me over 150 likes. That would be amazing. Sorry for sending this message a few times. I would love to hear from you. Have you done anything with Demo yet? A coin yet? The the car crypto. I have a good amount invested in it. And I was just wondering. No, I haven't done anything with it. I'm really not making any major investments. Tips for the win. Yeah, I saw that Tips was moving again. I don't know if you brought Tips up, but I just got interested in Deck Screener and I saw that that was a mover. Not obviously as much as some of the other ones where it's up 140%, but definitely seeing it move quite a bit. This is just the beginning. Epic year incoming. I agree. You SOL if you didn't buy Solana at $15. It's only going up, but it's not too late. Yeah, I mean I didn't buy it at $15. I didn't have the money, but I did buy it at $60, and I do have about $3,000 worth of Solana, 3,400, 3,000 something dollars worth of Solana. Um, Let me adjust this. What am I doing? Let me adjust this and let me log into. And what's great is my what's it called? My Kraken account is over $2,000, and that's well over $2,000. I love that. And that's my random coin portfolio, and things are looking fantastic there. Um, I don't know if this is the right thing. Yes, it is. Okay. So yeah, I'm sitting at $3,400 worth of Solana, $500 worth of Bonk, and then $400 worth of Myro as well. And I also have Honk and Ethereum and all of those that are sitting there as well. So that's good to see. Blah, 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 blah. Yo, what's good? What's going on? Is it too late to invest in Ton? Um, I don't think so. Where's Ton? For some reason I forget what it is. Forget the name of it. Do do do. So Ton Coin, which is sitting at a $10 billion market cap. I would say no. I mean, where it stands, um, kind of not middle of the road, but let's say middle of the road when it comes to the top 25. Um, yeah, I would say it's not too late.
donated $2 through Super Chat. What do you think about CWS? My bad.
CW, you're bad. You're bad at what? About what? Seascape Crowns? Is that the one we're talking about? Currently sitting at a $3.8 million market cap with $827,000 worth of volume, 21% volume market cap ratio. The supply does, maybe a little bit worry me, but it's like around half, so it's not a true problem. It would dilute one times over. And you're also seeing it at an $8 million market cap, so that's a lot of room for growth there. It is available on KuCoin, MEXC, Gate.io, and 8 overall pairings, which is not bad to see it available in all these places. You just want to see a lot more volume as it is available on these places. This could be one of those plays that you get into at the bottom and have that random coin portfolio that ends up turning into something absolutely massive. Now, I don't know use case perspective or use case wise what it's all about. But the growth over the past 7 days has been down over a month, 34%, 84% for a year. All history is down by 91%. And it comes from a major factor of dilution. So it seems like they may be doing some sort of dilution within that process because the dilution happened before we saw the downturn of the last bull market. So once we saw it decrease, they started diluting the position, which is not, or actually we saw it decrease a little bit. They started diluting it and then it
Trey's
decreased
neglected
again.
trash can donated $2 through Super Chat. Up 700% on Turbo. Thanks, Browski.
Yeah, no problem. I liked what Turbo had to offer. Now, whenever you're up this much, I always recommend that people, um, you know, try and collect their initial investment, maybe a little bit of profit, and leave the rest in there if they feel like that's going to blow up. That's typically what I do in my Margex positions because, I want to be able to collect my initial investment, a lot of profit. A lot of times I'll wait till it gets to 200% so I can collect my initial investment plus half of the profit. If I just do 100%, then I'm collecting just my initial investment, right? So that's always a good deal to be able to do that. But for certain things, sometimes I'll wait for like 300% so that I can gain a little bit more of that profit in return. Um, so, yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but that's great that you're up 700%. Again, I just open doors and you guys see the opportunity and walk through that door. So I'm glad to see that you've made money with that. Also, CWS, I mean, if I had to give my opinion, it does look like it may have some potential. The issue is the dilution that comes into play. And I don't know if that will be a major factor overall, depending on what the top market cap could be. But it is available on many different platforms, especially a tier one exchange and borderline tier one exchange with MEXC. So, yeah. Just found you new to crypto. What is uh, what is a wallet and how does it work? And is it necessary? Having a wallet, I think, is necessary. Having a multi-chain wallet is probably more necessary. So when you have a crypto wallet, it's where you would store all of your crypto, depending on what network you're on. For like MetaMask, you can actually have multi-chain on it, multi-chain functionality, so that you can trade Ethereum, you can trade BSC, you can trade uh, AVAX and Chronos Chain and all of
David
those.
Jacobs donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Dollar tips, can just the tip be the next CO Kinu?
I mean, I don't know. Well, it probably wouldn't be that because Kakinu is on Avalanche and you're seeing a Solana move. So I would imagine they would have more of a move, and it could have, depending on what they're looking to develop and what they're going to do. But honestly, it has potential. Now all they have to do is do the right things with that potential. That's what matters. Thank you for that super chat. But yeah, I think when it comes to having a wallet, I have multiple wallets. I have my Coinbase wallet, I have my DeFi wallet, I have my MetaMask wallet. And for Coinbase, that's multi-chain. For MetaMask, that's multi-chain as well. But certain ones work with certain things. So like Coinbase will work with Solana, and that's where I have my Solana as well as my Solana meme coins. But it makes sense to have it there. And if you have it in a wallet, you actually own the crypto versus having it in an exchange where you don't own the crypto. So they have their benefits. It also has its drawbacks to where you can't withdraw. Um, you can sell and change to a stable coin, but the problem is that you can't put it in your bank account on many wallets. MetaMask is kind of toying with that a little bit. They have a little bit of
Mark
a.
Hamilton donated £1.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you for that super chat. Um, but yeah, they're toying with that a little bit. So it's not something that's it's in beta right now. But hopefully I answered the question. Let's take a look at my watch list and see what's there and what's moving and all of that. If we look at my watch list, you see Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana that's up, XRP that's up, Cardano that's slightly up, Cosmos, Chronos. Let's see what's up the most here. Grock is flying. I thought it was just flying as in like to point two. Grock is absolutely flying. I didn't know that was the case at all. But it's up 78% today. That means that my overall position is up to $17,000 for Grock alone. It's up to $111,000 total. That's fantastic to see Grock that up or that much up. Is there any major reason as to why we're seeing this? Because Grock looks fantastic. Litecoin is up 8% today. Actually seeing Litecoin move. Yeah, I know. Just the tip is so early and it's primed to explode. Wait, what's with all the once I mention it one time, it's like you get a bunch of people in here. If you got a community.
$1.99 through Super Chat. Prices prediction for dollar Floki?
I mean, Floki has so much potential.
Spicy Tea donated €11.99 through Super Chat. Hey, love your content. Although found a gem called Just the Tip Dollar Tips. No CMC listing yet. Not major influencers have started shilling. Team proven track record with Dollar Think.
Interesting. Interesting. I know, like I said, I was doing a little bit of research on it and seeing the different information, so that's great to see. Also for Floki, I believe it has a lot of potential to run, and a lot of people are believing that it's going to be the next Shiba Inu like push from where it was to where it's going to be.
£9.99 through Super Chat. Dollar tips for the win eggplant sweat droplets eyes.
I like the way they read these chats. It's hilarious. Yeah, Elon tweeted about Grock. He tweeted about Grock, and this is why Grock overall is moving. Grock listed on Coinbase? No, if it was, it would have pushed a lot more than that. I mean, you're seeing $42 million, but I would love to see that happen. Today is the day where all bank lending comes to an end. I expect Bitcoin to skyrocket. It, nice response, very respectful, just like just the tip. Very respectful, yeah. I wake up, no joke. I brush up, Bluetooth on, cat, Bluetooth at work. I don't know what that. I don't know what that means. Big chillin'. Oh, like listening to me? Is that what you're saying? Well, I appreciate you listening. Elon said Grock will be open source. They also have NVIDIA and XAI meet soon, plus the Grock update. So more with actually like the Grock chatbot, and that's why Grock is moving by 78%. Matt Stacks is, I can't see this damn thing. I've been having trouble this whole entire day seeing this thing. Stacks is a layer 2 of Bitcoin. They help with the next Bitcoin upgrade to reduce transaction times to seconds and costs. That would be amazing. Obviously, that's a big problem with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is treated as a store of value, not really as a transaction based currency at all. Grock also has an AMA with Stockwitz. When? I have $10,000 invested in Shiba over the period of 3 years now. I'm up double. Should I take out my initial investment and live the rest for the long run? That's totally up to you. For me, if I invested a certain amount, right? If I invested $10,000 and you're up double your investment, there's that option where you can take it out. But what I have done, I'm up right now close to double my investment. Even when I was up double my investment, I still didn't take that profit. I still didn't take my initial investment because I understand where Shiba Inu will be. But then once you get to a point to where you truly feel comfortable taking half of that and leaving the rest in there, where you're not taking too many coins and leaving some for what the eventual explosion could be, then you'll feel great about it. But it's all depending on what you feel and how you feel about it, right? So for me, I know that I'm comfortable accepting a lot less, especially since I only have $2,000 invested in at 0.00002. So if you're up double your investment right now, if you're truly questioning that, then it's a lot that you invested in there, meaning that you should probably take that initial investment and leave the 10,000 that's sitting in there. That's my opinion, but again, it's totally up to you. I still do believe it's going to run, and you have to understand if you're going to feel some type of way about selling. Because if you feel some type of way about selling now, then you're going to feel horrible when it gets to a higher price and you sold. So you have to manage your emotions. My emotions are completely different than yours. I need to clear my throat, man. It's not fully clearing. Legit, Litecoin has become one of the most stable coins most of March. First time in crypto history that we hit a new all-time high before the halving. This bull run is going to be massive. I agree. That's why I said that this bull run is completely different. Where we stand is completely different because of the ETFs. It creates traditionalists, it creates stability within the market. My voice is really going out. Yeah, but it creates stability, it creates consistency within the market with the ETFs. Hey, Matt, did you see that Binance has plans to re-collateralize a UST with Bitcoin? I did not see that. Take out $10,000 and put it in Pepe. I mean, Pepe is pretty high right now. I believe Pepe has a lot of room to grow because you're looking at a much higher X to a $40 billion market cap. So I don't disagree with that at all. Um, what's your prediction for Jasmine coin? $1 to $1.50. You should add 10% or 25% to Shiba Hodl. Hodly? I don't know what that's supposed to say. But yeah, this is crazy the level. Let's look at my portfolio really quick. I know we were looking at my, let's finish looking at my watch list and then we'll look at my portfolio. So it looks like Gala is up quite a bit. So this Gala that I have over in Coinbase, I can't do anything with. And it's up to 7 or 8 cents today, which is amazing. Anchor is up to 5+ cents as well. Cosmos up to 13 cents. Bitcoin, obviously. Kronos is making a move. API 3 is slightly up, but still below the $4 mark that it was at. Terra Luna Classic is slightly up, getting up to that 2% of a penny level. And you're not really seeing much movement elsewhere with Sync that's actually down quite a bit from where it was. This had a large run, so I expect to see a little bit of a pullback, which is okay. Jasmine coin also seeing a little bit of a pullback, but that's sitting at still around that 20 or 2.3 cents. GME also seeing a pullback. Elmo ERC, I believe, did pump up quite a bit. It was like 100% at one point. And Yodo is down by 16% as well. Beam is making a negative move as well. Lucky's Leprechaun still sitting at the $1.8 million market cap. I don't know if that rose a little bit, but I know it was getting closer and closer to a $2 million market cap. So yeah, we're seeing $1.6 million in volume for this position. Come on. Why is it taking forever to load? CoinMarketCap struggling because of all the hype that's in Bitcoin right now. If we look at the last day, I guess it got up to 27. I don't know if that was a $2 million market cap or not, but the last 7 days, yeah, we were up to 27 here. Which again, I don't know what the market cap was because it's not going to give me a breakdown. It's going to be a flat line probably. Come on. All right, fine. I don't know what's going on there. But either way, you saw what happened there. Let me go back here. We did see Krill was up a decent amount. That's actually moving for me. I'll show you my portfolio, Coinbase, as well as my portfolio here. But where my portfolio stands, I'm sitting at 160,000 for my entire portfolio. Top performer is Jasmine Coin as of the information that I put in, being up 18,000, and then XRP, is I'm only up $1,000 on that, but I have $21,000 that's there. Lucky's Leprechaun that has risen quite a bit from where I was invested. Obviously, Grock is up by $10,000, and I'm sitting at $18,000 total. Kronos is up to 16, 10 for Terra Luna Classic, 9 for Sync. I'm also seeing Krill that's up to 6 or 7. Harvest Finance up to 5. Teller up to 5. I'm still slightly down on that play. Swift, I'm now positive on that play, so that's good to see. Up to 62, and then so on and so forth. You see all the other information that's there. So yeah, things look great for my portfolio. Absolutely fantastic. What's your prediction for Jasmine? Oh, yeah, I read that. I'm way behind. I can't believe Shiba isn't moving at all. I mean, it's not really a meme coin day. It's based on like meme coins that are running based on news, and then mainly it's around utility projects. So Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's not really a meme coin type of day. So I'm not surprised that it's not moving. Floki has seen a lot of hype and a lot of attention. There's also a lot of conversations that are being had about it on Twitter, on YouTube. So I understand why that's pushing. Are you live every morning? I try to go live as much as I can. Sometimes on the weekend, I don't have time to really go through it. Um, but yeah, I try to go live every single day unless something comes up. It depends what I have to do with the kids, though, however long I am live. Because most times I'll try and stay live until about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. Um, Maybe like 9 o'clock. Because even the days that I have to take Harper and put her on the bus and, get Hayden ready and all that stuff, um, the only day that I probably won't be live for a long period of time is like either a Tuesday or Thursday. Because majority of those days I would have to take Hayden to her school, to her preschool. So unless Erica can do it, but this week I think I have to do both days. So yeah, I may not be live as long for Tuesday and Wednesday, but I also might start going live a lot sooner because I wouldn't go to the gym those days. Like today, I went to the gym. If I didn't go to the gym, I might have went live at 6 o'clock or 5:30 or something. Uh,
Juan Zamudio donated $2 through Super Chat. How about ICP? What you think, bro? I'm holding though.
so I think ICP is good. I had a problem with the dilution in the beginning, but I think ICP is a good play. I've looked at this, plenty of times and understood a lot about it. It currently sits at $14.37, $6.6 billion market cap. I feel like it has a lot of room to grow, market cap wise. So if we look at the market cap and we look at all history, we can see that the highest market cap was at 12. I would expect to see maybe 2 or 3x over this point. So maybe looking at like a 30 to 36 billion dollar market cap for this. And that means that you're essentially looking at a way higher price than where we stand right now. Um, but I feel like there may be some other opportunities that are out there, and some people believe that it's going to get to the highest price that it's been to, which was like $750. I mean, I don't technically see that, but I know there's a lot of people that are very, very bullish on that play to see that happen. But I'm looking for just 2 to 3x over what the all-time high is, which is reasonable. Um, and yeah, I mean, especially with all the volume, the popularity that I do see. I mean, a lot of people do bring it up, and they talk about it on Twitter quite frequently. So yeah, CRO $1 by the end of the cycle. I agree. It'll be well over $1. I think it will get up there, resist a little bit, but then it'll be well over $1 at that point. XRP to $100 by December with Japan Bank uh, all going. Wait, all going love with ODL, all going love. So I feel like I don't know, it'll be $100 by December. I would probably push for levels of like $5. Well, once we get clarity, we'll see the level of growth that XRP will have, and it should be massive. But we need that clarity, guys. We have 529 people here, and I would like if you could kick the like button for the YouTube algorithm just to get more people here and more attention on the markets overall. For them to push it out even to people that are not technically searching for crypto. You see the information like, wait, Bitcoin's at 71. Let's see what this guy has to say. So feel free to hit that like button. I would like to get up to 250 likes, which we're not far away. I was going to look at something else and I can't remember. Oh, also, if you guys want to trade on Margex, feel free to use my link for Margex down in the description where you can trade a little bit of money. You can leverage trade. You can trade a little bit of money and end up making a lot of money from that, like say $10 or $50 or $100. um, So yeah, we're sitting at for some of these plays, I'm up 52%, 69%, 215%, 308%, all of that, right? Holy shit, Matt. 160K when you're a portfolio. I'm happy for you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I mean, it's a lot of work to get up there, and some of those are at a high level because of gains, especially with Jasmine Coin. And then you also see what happened with Lucky's Leper Coin and how that rose. You also see what just happened with Grock and how much I put into that. I'm hoping to see the same thing with Swift Coin eventually, but you know, in due time. But yeah, a lot of these plays have been insanely positive, and I'm excited for um, where they will go. But I just hope the market continues, right? Because what we're seeing here is this is a market like we've never seen before, and a lot of people are trying to predict exactly what's going to happen. But this is like someone said, the first time in history that we've seen Bitcoin create a all time high, a brand new high before the halving actually happened, right? Typically, we see that afterwards. That's happening, maybe months afterwards. So we don't know what's truly going to happen. Are we going to see a little bit of a downturn, or are we now hitting? Are we approaching the $100,000 level, and we get to that $100,000 level? That's where we see maybe a retracement. I don't know. 75,000, maybe that's the case. But the point is that this is something we haven't seen before, and it's exciting. It's very very exciting. But I also want to see more money flow into altcoins rather than just Bitcoin. Uh, Took my power nap at work. What did I miss? Good morning, people. Just that Bitcoin's at like 71, right? 71,500. You see certain things that are running. Grock is obviously making a decent move. I just want to continue to watch it. I'll not go to my portfolio. I'm going to go to watch list overall. And we're going to look at what's moving the most. I mean, I just want to continue to watch it. It's up 100% or almost 100%, 90%. Seeing the volume of $44 million. dollars. I want to see that just keep going, keep going, and keep going. Um, I hope no one in here is actually buying tips. Wait, why? Why do you say that? What happened to crypto once everybody has access to AI that will manage their portfolios for them? What will happen to crypto once I don't. You'll never have AI that manages. Well, I mean, you have things that manage your portfolio right now, but there's always a way that people can find a way to gain a lot more. Like you're gonna have AI that tries to go the safe route because AI will then be held accountable if they decide to do something that doesn't really gain you anything, right? If you're looking at consistency, you'll have that AI that chooses to invest into Bitcoin and Ethereum in the top of the market versus investing at the bottom of the market, which can gain you a lot more gains and have that risk. So they're not going to want to be liable. That's why Grok has those disclaimers that are in there. That's why ChatGPT has those disclaimers in there. So any AI that claims that they can make you ridiculous returns or whatever, they'll end up being held accountable overall. So ultimately, yes, I think AI will be great for a lot of people that want to make money, but you'll still have those people that now can find a way to make more money outside of that. Because it's like if you have a financial advisor, it's like if you have that financial advisor, they will urge you to put your money into the S&P 500 and urge you to put your money into certain places that are consistent rather than investing directly into Tesla. But your best friend invested in a Tesla before it had multiple splits and they only invested $200 and it split one time and ended up growing to like $2,000, right? And then it split another time and you ended up having, like 2,000 shares. So what did it split? 10 to 1. You went from 20 shares to 200 and then from 200 shares to 2,000. So then you have 2,000 shares overall of this position that's worth multiple hundreds of dollars at this point, and this over here gained you 10% per year. It's like you see the difference in that. So it's yeah, yes and no. What about Myro? Myro's a great play. Never mind. I was looking at the token sniffer on it last week, and it was bad, but maybe it was a different one. I think you're looking at the one on like there's like a tips on BNB or something that was created like 4 hours ago or 5 hours ago. That's not the right one. They see the hype that's happening in a certain thing, and they want to find people that are searching for it. A lot of times they will scam people with something that truly does work. What they'll do is create something on, because if you have to search on Deck Screener, it a lot of people will make that mistake just like they did with the other Pepe coin, right? Pepe coin that's on Coin Market Cap that's at like a $600 million market cap because people get confused between Pepe and Pepe coin. Like that's what they end up doing. But I'm not saying Pepe coin is a scam. I don't know, but Pepe is Pepe and Pepe coin is Pepe coin, whatever that is. Please, what do you think about Pixel? Pixel, Pixel, Pixel. Like pixels or pixel? Which pixel is not tracked, but pixels. Let me know if you're talking about pixels. Hi Matt, can Pepe drop 2 zeros this bull run? So it's almost dropping one. So yes, if it's almost dropping one and you're talking about this one right now from like seven to dropping a zero. So what is it? Pix? Is that a three? Is that a Did you mean to type three? Okay. I was gonna say because sometimes that's how it works. Pixels. Um, but yeah, what was I answering? I was answering something. But yeah, it could drop 2 zeros. That's what I was answering. I'll talk about that in a little bit because that's a position I did own, which is Clover Finance before, but it's so like inconsistent in the movement, but or consistent, but it stays the same. But anyways, where we stand for Pixels currently at 60 or sorry 93 cents. It's at a 724 million dollar market cap with $512 million worth of volume. The thing that will bother me, I talk about it all the time. Before I get into the rest of this, guys, hit that like button. I want to get to 300 likes or 400 likes if you can. uh, Feel free to do that. It does help out. um, but we're looking at 15% of the supply overall. I don't like that. We're seeing 15% of the supply that's released out there. It's just not something. It can be diluted multiple times over. Like right now, a $724 million market cap, fully diluted would be a $4.6 billion market cap. Not saying it couldn't get to those points. It's just for what you feel like with your value as an investment. If you feel like it does get to that point and it only gets to a $5 billion market cap, if you hold on for a long term, even though it gets to a higher market cap, the price still remains virtually the same. And that's not something you want to see or have. So, yeah, I said a $5 billion market cap. But yeah, it's just it's tricky, right? Because at a dollar price point, you'll see a $5 billion market cap, but it'll only be 6 cents higher than where it is right now overall with price. So be careful with dilution. But how we have seen this over the short term, if you wanted to make a short term play, this could work out for you. 75% up in the last 7 days, 85% up in the last month. In the year, it's up 85%. So this has really just released recently. Um, and you're seeing it up 85%. So short term, it looks great. Just be careful of how they introduce that supply because they will introduce it somehow, some way, and you will see your position eventually get diluted overall. Let's see, scroll down. Sorry, I'm skipping some things because when I look at something, I take forever to go through it. $10,000 for two pizzas? Not reading my comments, man. I try. There's so many comments here. I try. If I go to members only, it can make it super easy because then only members will be able to chat, but it costs 99 cents to become a member, and I can easily read everything that I need to read. Um, Faker. Who's faker? Me? I'm a faker. ETH is too. Who's faker? Or you're talking about maker? Maker. Day trading and much more. Shiba Inu, please. I don't think I've looked at Shiba Inu today, so let's go ahead and look at SHIB. SHIB. SHIB is currently slightly down. It is at a $20.1 billion market cap with $2.4 billion worth of volume, up 14% in that volume, still seeing that level of popularity. It's kind of at a standstill, right? You look at the last 7 days and how this has kind of flown around this area, or started to flow around this area. Yes, we did see it up at the 46 level, and then seeing it at the 44 level, and then seeing it even push up to about 40 and again to that level, but now kind of hovering around where we are at 34, 35, which is fine, right? It's up a massive amount over where it was, close to the added zero. So it's good to see the level of growth there. It's good to see it move, but obviously people aren't ready to just see it stop, right? You want to see it go so much further for SHIB. But the problem is that, we have these waiting periods. You have these times where people may be indecisive, and that's okay. And then things do blow up when you see more money that's flowing into meme coins. Like if we go back to the entire market and we go to memes, we're seeing certain things, or the whole entire market, that's not really moving the same way that you saw it before. Right? Pepe is up 3 or 4%. Floki is up 16%. But a lot of other things like Dog with Hat is down by 10%. Shiba Inu is slightly down. Dogecoin is slightly up. But you're seeing other things or money that's flowing into maybe some other plays. Myro is up to a $362 million market cap. Seeing MAGA Trump up 23%, but still only up to a $7.78 mark, or sorry, $8.86 mark. And you're seeing it at a $370 million market cap. Smog is up there, but certain things are making some moves, but it's not a major, meme coin market. It's not major meme coin season right now. I would say meme coin season is definitely underway, but you need to see a lot more money that flows from what Bitcoin is and all of the different utility projects into the rest of the market that may not have more utility, or might have good utility. But it's that's what flowing into altcoins is all about. I got bored with Clover. Clover team went ghost in a bear market. I did see that. I saw Clover. I don't even know where Clover is right now, but um, yeah, I definitely didn't like where Clover was. I had it at a value, I believe, of $1, and they just, I think they kept diluting it because it had like 100 or less than 100 million. It was like 10 million or something, but that was before I saw like the total supply. And once I saw the total supply, I was like, all right, they're going to dilute it, and they just kept diluting the position. And now seeing 803 million, you would have to get to an $803 million market cap in order to get to $1 again. And that's where it becomes tough. There's not as much money that's flowing through Clover Finance, and you still have the ability to dilute as well. You do have the ability to buy on all these different platforms. It's just tough to see it get to those levels. And if it does, like, how much are you going to make from it? I mean, right now, I would probably say maybe it's a little bit more of a gem compared to where it was. Like if we look at prices for all history, we saw this at a value up here at $1 or $2, and then just kept decreasing down, kept decreasing down. But if you look at the market cap, if it finds a way to load, yes, you're seeing the market cap decrease down from a $247 million market cap down to a 60 or 20 million dollar market cap, but now seeing it at a $60 million market cap, without really seeing much of that movement. So the dilution definitely had a factor throughout this whole entire downturn. And now, if you saw it at a dollar price instead of seeing it at a 200, where was it at? It's right here. Instead of seeing it at a $280 million market cap or $240 million market cap, you would need to see it at a $803 million market cap. So the dilution was crazy as time went on. That's the problem that I have with Clover Finance. But right now, honestly, it's not that bad. I would like to see where the price was at its low. So 3 cents would have been the best time to make a move if you were looking to make an aggressive move into it, because I think it can still have the ability to run to some of these levels, but especially being available on all these different platforms. And it's not about the team; it's more about the investors into it and what they see within it. But the problem is that I hated that dilution. I mean, you still have about $200 million worth of, or 200 million worth of dilution that you can put forth, meaning the fully diluted market cap is still $82 million market cap. So, take it for whatever you believe it's worth. Hopefully Harper gets up. If she doesn't get up in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I have to go wake her up. AI is not a certified financial advisor. It's not. No. See, I'm skipping. I'm subscribed to your channel, but I cannot become a member. No option for that in my region. Well, that sucks. I mean, that should be a standard thing that comes with YouTube. It's a subscription. It's not like it's a cryptocurrency or anything. I didn't know that wasn't a thing, unless well, I don't know. Hey Matt, is it a good idea to buy CRO at this time? CRO is sitting at what, 16 cents? Is it a good idea? I think it still has a lot of room for growth, so it's not a bad idea. I feel like there are other options out there that will give you so much as well. But CRO is not a bad option. No, I'm still holding on to my CRO, 100,000 CRO total, and I'm not doing anything with it. Will XRP reach $100 this bull run? Um, Easily or not? To my knowledge and investigation, it reached more than in this bull run. I don't know what. Maybe I'm not reading that right. But will XRP reach $100 this bull run? Easily. I don't know if it will be easily, because the battle of with the SEC was not easy at all. And it all depends on what happens with Ripple, these partnerships, and how they try and implement XRP within these partnerships as well. Because if we see that implementation and that use, then yeah, it could be a lot easier. But we don't know how that's going to factor into it. We also don't know the outcome of this decision. So I would say no matter what, we're going to see it push quite a bit and will be worth a lot. But will we see it at a level of $100? I mean, only time will tell. Yearn Finance? I don't think I've looked into Yearn Finance in a while. What's that, YFI? That's sitting at $10,000. So $10,198.73. If we look at the last 7 days, it is up 7%. We did see this at a low here of $9,000. And in the last month, we saw this rise from a value of 7,000 up to where it is, or the highest point of 11,000, and where it stands right now, which is 10. In a year, we did see this pick up to about 14 or 15,000 before decreasing very, very quickly. And now we're seeing this rise a little bit more. But I would definitely say that Yearn Finance has that ability to run like it did before. Like you saw this up in the $30,000 mark, $40,000 mark and this is not like just simple increases and then it just doesn't, stay there. Besides this point, which was like 90 something thousand. These are kind of hovering. You have a lot of space in here, meaning that it was hovering there for a while, a number of months that it was hovering around these areas for. And where it stands right now, I believe it can go a lot further. It can get back to those points. So yeah, I dumped 93,000 XRP at 48 cents at a loss for alt and made it up with 2.8x other coins. That's great to hear. You know, if you can make a lot of money elsewhere, I'm not going to sit here and tell people get into this position because I believe you should get in this position. That's not what my videos are about. My videos are about opening the door for people to maybe research a little bit more, expand their knowledge about a certain play, and if they like it, get into that play. If they don't like it, if they see a better opportunity, then go about their day. Now, if they um, also, if they hold it and they see this as, you know, something that may be a negative towards it, and now they're like, you know, maybe I shouldn't hold this position, then they could also revert back to cash and then, you know, buy whatever position they want to buy. Guys, we have 700 people here, and I would like to get to 400 likes. We're currently very close to 300 likes, so we're about 102 likes away. So please hit that like button if you can. Also, if you guys want to check out Margex, I've been trading on Margex for a while, and I've been making some decent trades. You can see all this green that is here. All of these positions I am up on. 903% on this Dogecoin position. Great to see. But yeah, I think you guys need to go ahead and check it out. I want to look for something that may not be moving as much. Maybe I'll have to put another position in on Shiba Inu. I feel like that's at a good spot compared to the rest of the market. So maybe I'll have to put in another one. Uh, let's see where this stands. I want to probably do a 5x leverage on that. I'm not going to use USDC. What I will use is, I would say Ripple because then I can gain more Ripple. Maybe. But I don't want to hold. So I have 35,000 more Ripple. I have 35,000 Ripple, and I'm planning on just leaving it at 35,000. Anything I gain from here, I actually want to throw into my dividend portfolio. So whatever I gain here, I'm actually selling that position and putting it into my dividend portfolio,
Mark
maybe at
Hamilton
the end of the
donated
month.
£1.99 through Super Chat. Please check out just the tip chart dollar tips.
So I did check out tips earlier this morning. I'm not going to go over the same thing multiple times in a day, but it's great to see some movement. I believe it was up 102% in that. Thank you for that super chat, though. I appreciate it. So I was going to make a move into this. I do already have a position in, Shiba Inu, which is right here, all the way down here. So if I make another move into here, not with XRP, or maybe I find another position. Are there any other positions that look like they have decreased a lot rather than increased? BNB has had a fantastic spot, and I really don't want to go after that one at all. I also haven't shorted anything, and I don't think I will short anything with how things have been moving. Solana, possibly. I mean, that's been kind of stalling a little bit, but it still is at an increase overall. Please give me your thoughts on shipping. Maybe in a little bit. I did talk about that maybe a couple of days ago. DNT is ripping hard. Sorry, I missed your previous mention. Yeah, I talked about it within maybe 2 minutes. If you want to go back to the beginning of the live stream, literally talked about it for, I don't know, 7 minutes maybe. It might have been 5 or 7 minutes. But the beginning of the live stream is where and then also there were a bunch of comments where we have talked about it as well. But where this stands, the price is definitely on the higher side, way far away from the 200 EMA. I'll say that. Um, I'm trying to find the right entry point into a position. It's very difficult within a bull market. Let's go 5 days. Yeah, it's very difficult within a bull market. Let's see. Let's go back to Shiba Inu. Maybe look at short term rather than long term. Because long term, it looks like it's going to pull back to a certain level. But this is the only thing that's down here today. Getting closer to the 200 EMA, maybe using it as a bouncing point. So I'll probably say that that's okay. That's like 33 of that level. And I would be playing it for the longer term, but I really don't have an entry point in like anything on Margex right now. Let's continue. Let's go and check out Grock again, see if that has moved any more. Grock is still up to a 1.8 cent mark. Again, that's fantastic. I looked at it this morning and saw it was at 1.2 cents, and now it's at 1.8 cents. Let me quickly go get this little lady up, and I'll be right back down. My legs. So, um, yeah, we're almost at 400 likes. So please hit that like button, get me up to 400 likes. I would appreciate it quite a bit. Um, so yeah, where's everything at? XRP not hitting $100. I mean, it's all depending on how people see it. I believe that that's more of my expectation level. So I believe that that's the case that it can hit $100. Max profit, you start to look at it well over $100. But if it hits the level of $50, that will be a $1 trillion market cap, which I feel like with what XRP is and the value that it does bring, that's a no brainer. So seeing it at a $1 or $2 trillion market cap, I think can happen for XRP, and seeing it even at any single digit market cap can definitely happen. But again, it's all depending on what gets done, the legal clarity that it does have, because it's the only one that does have legal clarity now. But having the threat of an appeal does scare people a lot. Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, I just think XRP has those abilities to get to some of these higher levels, not only to a $5 mark, but also $10, $20, $50, and hit some of those levels. And as you see from my exit plan that I've brought up before, let me take this out of here and let me look at XRP. Um, as you see from my exit plan, it really, if it hits the level of $40, which would be, at the current level, it would be a $2 trillion market cap. Am I wrong by saying, why did I think that it was going to be a certain level? You're seeing 53, 54. I was doing that math wrong. But you would see a $2.6 trillion market cap, and then at $100, it would be a 5.3, yeah, $5.4 trillion market cap. I don't know why I thought it would be a trillion. But a trillion would be $20. And that's where I do see that as a form, like for my exit plan. I have that as my reality, hitting a level of $20. And then I also have my expectation of $100 for it to hit that level, and then I also have my max profit. And if it does find a way to get to that point, obviously I make multiple hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars from this. But that's not a given. That's not 100% that will happen. I truly believe that there's different steps and different levels to where these things can happen. However, it's not guaranteed. Nothing is ever 100% guaranteed. And that's why I always have a reality expectation and max profit, because I expect the lowest level, or I have a reality of the lowest level, but I also take profit throughout that lowest level so that I can accept something. And even if I do, right, even if we only see it to a level of $20 and we're like, I could only get to $1 trillion market cap, pity, right? But still, $1 trillion market cap is still a lot. So even at that level with $85,000, that's how much I'm taking in profit. That's still not telling you, how much I have left. Which again, after taking the $40,000 here, I still have $520,000 that's still sitting in there. So not only am I making $85,000, I'm also making another $520,000 on top of the 85. So over $600,000, with that. So, anyways, that's my plan with XRP, and I also have other plans for a lot of other things. Yeah, it seems like the only thing that's really moving in my watch list is Grock. I mean, you have other things that are moving a little bit, but not as much as Grock is. 81%. We're so close to the to hitting our like goal of 400. And then obviously it gets to the next goal, which would be 500. Did that spreadsheet take long to create? The original spreadsheet, no. You just put in some formulas. It's not difficult at all. I would say the longest time was probably getting the different cryptocurrencies here, as well as just changing the prices. Because once I have one, I can do all of the other ones very easily just by copying and pasting the same formulas in there and just changing the numbers. So it wasn't that difficult. I would say it probably took me maybe an hour and a half. What watch are you wearing? It's the Galaxy. It's a Galaxy 5, Samsung Galaxy 5 Golf Edition watch. Um, I don't typically wear. I have a lot of watches upstairs, regular watches. Um, Automatic watches, all types of watches, but I hardly ever wear them because I'm always wearing this one. Speaking of that, I need a new band. Rock is flying. I know. It's up 80 something percent, 90% or something like that. 80%. Please, Matt, let's look at GTAI. What that is, GTAI. It's an AI position, I would imagine. GT Protocol, which is at $40 million market cap, $26 million worth of volume. It is an AI position, so I understand why the popularity would be there. Is GTAI, right? That's what I'm assuming. I haven't looked into the position really at all. But you are seeing 65% volume to market cap ratio. Circulating supply versus total supply. Again, another one that has a very low circulating supply. About 10% of the supply that is out there versus the total supply that you have there. So fully diluted is 388. Current market cap is at 40, meaning that throughout time you will see this heavily diluted. Does this really make a huge difference with 75 million versus 7 million? I mean, it does make a huge difference, but if you see the ultimate goal at a lot further than where it is, it kind of takes out all of what you want to hold for the long term, and it kind of pressures you to time the market rather than having time in the market. And that sucks to have that pressure, because you can make money in the short term. You can, but the problem is that if it now develops into more of a long-term position, you now have to factor in dilution into your long-term position and long-term strategy. So it's something that really does bother me anytime I see it. It is available on many different platforms, 32 different platforms, 32 different pairings. If you look at how the movement was in the last 7 days, up 42%. The last month, up 161%, 209% for the last year, which really has just been for this year. So again, it's something that's short term, and you're seeing all of these gains, fantastic. But then once you start to develop into long term, it starts to hit a certain level. Well, now you have a little bit of a problem. Check Floki and Baby Bonk. I did see Floki was up quite a bit. It's one of the only meme coins that's really running. That and Grock. How to pay taxes once you cash out your crypto in your bank account. How do you pay taxes? Uh, Typically, you should have a certain platform, whatever you're cashing out at, they should have a tracking system. If they don't, you should probably be tracking when you buy your crypto and how much you make in profit, just so that you have that tracked and you could say like how much you made in profit outside of what they're tracking. Technically, from what I understand within taxes, each transaction um, within cryptocurrency should trigger some sort of taxable event, each transaction. And that's something I don't like. I feel like um, there's been issues that I've been having with like Coinbase and money that was like I purchased somewhere else and sent it over to Coinbase. Now Coinbase thinks that I'm receiving it from somebody else. So I have to state that I'm sending this to myself, because that's a problem, right? If I'm sending $7,000 from Coinbase or from crypto.com over to Coinbase, I'm not going to get taxed for the $7,000 that I just bought when I didn't make anything off of it, you know? Watch collector myself, wear two watches. Wear two watches. I do sometimes. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't have the weight on both my hands or both my arms. I get worried on tokens devs can dump. I mean, in certain cases you can, but not all of them. You would have to check to see how much they own. Even if they do dump, depending on how much the volume is. So, like, if you say, this is why I don't understand when they say things about whales. They're like, oh, whales, this whale has $5 million worth of volume for Pepe, and then you go and look at the overall volume and you see it's trading $5 billion, and you're like $5 million. That's like a drop in the bucket compared to the entire volume. We'll be okay. Like that's the type of thing that we see there.
Texas Crypto donated $10 through Super Chat. Hey Matt, tell me what you think of Aventus, low cap layer 2 on Coinbase. Thanks.
No, it's available on Coinbase. It has some popularity to it. What do I think of Aventus? Aventus. Aventus. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. It's currently at $6.19. It's down 24% of the day, so this might be an opportunity if you were looking to get into a play. This might be an opportunity here. You do have a $37 million market cap level, so it is low market cap, and you said it's available on Coinbase. 14%, $14 million in volume, which creates a 38% volume to market cap ratio. 60% of the supply that's out there, 6 million versus the 10 million. Not really much dilution. Overall dilution would be $61 million. I feel like that's not a major factor in where we stand today. So it would be if you had if it was at like a multiple $1 billion market cap, but it's not there yet. And if it does get there, you made a lot of money from where we are to multiple billions of dollars. So currently seeing 24% or 25% decrease means that you have maybe an opportunity, a little window to get into it. What we are seeing is it increased from a $2 price point all the way up to a $10 price point, and now you're seeing a little bit of a retracement. This retracement is great because not only are you just seeing that retracement to the level there, you're actually absolutely catching it at a level where this could be the bottom. This could be the bottom of that retracement, and it looks like it's leveling out because it's hitting there multiple times. Let's just hope it doesn't break through that point. But even if it does, it creates a dollar cost average into that play perspective that you can have. If you look at the places that's available on, only on Coinbase and Gate.io and BitTrue. So they really tried to just start swinging right out of the gate, being available on Coinbase right from the start. I don't know how long this has been out here, but it looks like it's been out here since 2018, 2017, and these are the only exchanges that we are seeing. I don't know when this got launched on Coinbase, but I would say this bull market, this bull run, you would definitely see a lot more of a pickup, not only within the price but also within the overall market cap. I would expect to see it pick up quite a bit, and it looks like it's rising a lot compared to it's kind of similar, right? You saw that rise, you saw a decrease, you see that rise, you see a decrease, and now this rise may be a lot bigger. So, and you may be taking a risk because that did increase very, very quickly, and then you saw it, obviously decrease over 2021 when everything else fell down, not really getting the chance to truly thrive. So it's interesting to me. I don't know what it's all about. Aventus is built from the ground up enterprise grade, appealing to a large partnership requiring millions of annual transactions. What's more, building on a substrate, Aventus is designed as a layer two, not just for Ethereum, but for Polkadot and beyond. With the goal to enable mass blockchain adoption through cross-chain functionality. Aventus gives enterprises the scale, speed, and cost they need while maintaining security across multiple blockchain networks. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I don't want to go into all the detail there. Obviously, I would love to go into like, key uses, financial assets, supply chains, rewards, and loyalty, live entertainment, NFTs, data integrity, and decentralized applications. Um, so yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Like it has an opportunity, but again, there's a lot of history here without actually having that build. So I don't know when they got listed on Coinbase, but maybe they're just starting to make these moves and get listed on multiple exchanges. So it looks interesting though. It makes me think about it. Like, hey, should I make a move into this? It's sitting at a $36 million market cap with some popularity in it, right? Gala had a nice pump yesterday. I did see that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Texas Crypto, and good morning to everybody else that's here. So in a little bit, I am gonna have to go and get uh, brush Harper's hair, make sure she's ready to go on the bus, and then I have to get Hayden some food. So I'll still be live, because I don't plan on like not being live, but I'll probably be a good 30 minutes, which means that we're definitely gonna have concurrent viewers that go somewhere else, which is okay. But I'll be back. Um, yeah, in like it should be like 20 to 25 minutes or something like that, depending on when Harper gets on the bus. But Hayden's still sleeping, so as soon as I maybe like 7:50, I'll go up and brush her hair. Matt, what's your prediction? Oh wow, way far away. Uh, let's see. Where was I at? Thank you, GS, for becoming a member. Thanks, Matt. Please look at so let's where was that? I don't know. I lost it. I apologize. I lost it. I've known millionaires who made it off those three. What three? Uh, Baxtel and Pollux. I don't know what that is. I know what Tell is. Um, If there's something when it's low, if I buy something when it's low and then buy more of it when it's higher, will the growth of that I gain move the rate from when I first bought, um, or the second buy? Sorry if it's confusing. A little confusing, but I think I got it. So you're asking if when you buy a position, let's say you buy it at $1, and then you decide to buy that position again at $2. Well, it depends how much you buy, but what it would do is if you buy it at a certain level, your cost basis would be $1. But if you buy it at $2, your cost basis would now rise, depending on how much you buy. Like if you buy the same amount, then you would move halfway up. So you would end up having a cost basis now of $1.50 because majority of your position was bought, or half of your position was bought at a higher level, half of your position was bought at a lower level, right? So it would move it up. If you dollar cost average up, it increases your cost basis. So then if you now hit $1.50, you are now at break even instead of $1 being at break even. That's just the risk you pay. I never try and average up. It's just not something that works for me. I always average down. Bro, Bitcoin is at 72K. It's at 72K right now? It is at 72K. Holy cow. $72,100. $72,116.71. Ethereum is at 4,000, almost $4,050. Almost at a $500 billion market cap. I swear, some of you guys need to start your own YouTube channel since y'all can uh, do it so much better than Matt. I mean, it's much more difficult than people think. One, it's difficult to even get to this point, and then when you do, it's like the expectations are insanely high. I try and manage it well, though. I feel like I manage it well. It's okay. I try and get to it when I get to it. If I started a YouTube channel, I'd start to get distracted by altcoins too. Yeah, probably. Jasmine will hit $2 for sure. So I'm not saying for sure. I'm looking for more of the $1 to $1.50 mark. So in between there. But yeah, has the possibility to get there. We don't know what the overall lockup amount will be, but I'd never do a channel. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Didn't know it was at 72K. You should be watching the price. I'll forgive you though. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching a lot of other things. But yeah, $72,000 for Bitcoin. I want to see that money trickle into other things. I don't want to see Bitcoin's dominance go up. Bitcoin's dominance is at 52.3% again. Rather than being at 51 like it was over the weekend, it's now at 52%. Um, which sucks for altcoins because we want to see altcoin season happen. Christian, I don't hate, but I also can stand it when people or can't stand it when people come in here to insult and or attack Matt. I mean, I appreciate that, mom, to the max, but it's the internet. The internet is full of people that just have hate in their heart. And not saying it's everyone. There's a lot of people that have genuine kindness in their heart, but there's a lot of people that do have hate for anybody that's doing anything, right? Or if anybody has any type of success, there's always people that may have hate as well. And that's something that I do teach Harper a lot, and I plan on teaching Hayden as well, where um, people can always be mad at you for the things that you do have and the things that you can do. It's because maybe they feel like they can't do it themselves. And I don't know what you say to that person. There's no right way to approach it, um, besides leaving it alone. It's just you can't really do anything about it. If they have hate in their heart, they're going to have to find a way to combat that. They're gonna have to find a way to challenge that and turn that into kindness. and love for what they are doing and love for what they are seeing and witnessing. Because there are people out there. One instance of this, and this is not cryptocurrency related. One instance of this would be, I had a friend that I worked with, that
Paul
a
on Tinder
coworker.
donated
Give me a second.
$4.99 through Super Chat. Matt, what do you think of alt dominance and total 3 market cap? Is this how it normally tracks for alt season in?
No. So this is not how we typically see the altcoin dominance where it stands. Well, when we see the bull market, we typically see altcoins that start to pick up in the dominance. Bitcoin or Ethereum dominance should be a lot higher than where it is right now, but Ethereum hasn't moved up to all-time high yet. Bitcoin has. So I have a I would definitely say that altcoin dominance is not really where it should be. Bitcoin dominance looks amazing, but we're also seeing a completely different market. Guys, I have to go and brush her hair. I know there's more people than what we've seen here before, but I have to go up and brush her hair, get her ready for school, and I'll be back down here at like 8:15. So probably be like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for that super chat. And if we can answer any other questions, we will. But yeah, done. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. How you doing? So it looks like Bitcoin has dropped back down below $72,000, but still, it's amazing that it even got there at this point. But welcome back. We're gonna see what's happening, what has changed, maybe within the last, um, I don't know, few like 30 minutes. Matt, you're doing just fine. Any thoughts on Neon potential comeback? I haven't looked at it, but again, I just got back, so I want to scroll down and see what people are saying. Probably because so cranky and nervous because it's such a good opportunity. Job interview. I just got here. Why is it so quiet? Matt's away. Uh, hey Matt, how you doing, Vito? Or Vito? Vito? I don't know. I'm horrible with pronunciation, but how you doing? I appreciate you being here. Uh, he's getting his daughter ready for the day. Yes. I just need to say I wish my BTT was Bitcoin. Dear goodness. Well, yeah, not much happened in the chat. Okay. Shib about the pop to a pop in the next 15. You agree? I mean, I wouldn't say it's about the pop in the next 15 minutes or 15 days, 15 seconds, 15 weeks, or 15 years. All of the above. Wish Jasmine would have more updates on what's going on. Yeah, I mean, they've always had a lack of updates throughout time. They've really had a lack of updates. It, it's honestly probably the most disappointing part about Jasmine Coin is that you don't really see as many updates as like other projects. Typically, you see other projects that are talking about things every 5 minutes, it seems like, and you don't really have that. Um, but it doesn't mean it's not a great project. It doesn't mean it's not going to have the growth. It just means that it doesn't really have like the full like hype train that's going with it. But as you see the movement, you start to see the hype train a little bit. Top of the grind, bro. Let me take away these reactions because I'm tired of these reactions. They're in the way all the time. Nice to be in this space and wake up to gains. Yeah. Holy shit, Grock is up. I know. I saw. You must be very, very happy with what you have invested in there at this point. Good morning, Matt. How are you doing, by the way? I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain when you see Grock that's up, 80% or something like that, 95% up to almost 2 cents now, and my overall value being around $19,000, 12,000 over where I invested at. So yeah, absolutely amazed to see Grock make these moves today, and I hope that it continues. Hi Matt, how about AI? Is it going to go down when Bitcoin um, going? Wait, is it going to go down when Bitcoin will have a pullback? Should we sell now and buy later? So this is I'm not going to tell anybody to sell or buy. I'm more of a fan of time in the market beating timing the market. If you have short term trades, then yeah, making sure that you get out at the highs and sell at the lows is very very important. So yes, if it's that factor, if it's that situation, and if it's a long term situation, no. You hold on to it for a longer period of time and let it live its life. And then when you see it at a certain place to where you want to take part of your position, then you do that. Me, I with my long-term position, I'm not doing anything until I hit my exit plan strategies, my exit plan targets. So when it gets up to, let's say, Grock, right? That gets up to a level of 3 cents. If it looks like it's surpassing 3 cents, I will set my stop at 3 cents, where I'm going to take my initial investment, maybe a little bit of profit. I'll take like $12,000 total, meaning that it'll be $7,000 of my initial investment plus the extra profit that we have on top of that, and then leave the rest that's in there, which should be somewhere around, 600,000 coins, which I'm perfectly fine with. Now, if it looks like it's going to absolutely surpass that level and double that point, triple that point, whatever, then um, I believe that I'm going to hold on to it a little bit longer to extend my certain level. Because the point is that I want to take my initial investment so there's never a problem there, and I also have extra funds to now reinvest. But the problem that we deal uh, with with Grock here today, we need to see lower fees with Ethereum, because I don't want to spend $2,000 to get out of my Grock position. Like any transaction that I'm making for some reason is super expensive. I went to go do something in like Elmo for like a while ago, and it said it was going to cost me $6,000 to make a transaction. I just shorted 100x at what, at 72,000. Might be a good short term play. Don't really fight against the bull market. If you do that, you might end up getting um, damaged emotionally and physically. Pepe is going crazy. Are you a certified financial advisor? No, I'm not. I have I have degrees in accounting, business, concentration in finance, and my MBA. But I am not a certified financial advisor. I don't I don't claim that I am. Do you know GME coin? Can you look that up? Do you have some thoughts about that? Where it's going, what kinds of future could have? Thank you for the time. So I feel like GME definitely can have a large impact because it's based off of not really a meme, but then again, more popularity within um, the stock market. You could say it's a meme stock, right? That's what they would classify it. But currently, GME is on my watch list. It's still at a level of 32% of a penny. I want to see it at like maybe 10% of a penny, maybe a little bit lower than that, so that if I invest $1,000, I can get a million. That's something that I want to see there because I feel like GME can push quite a bit, but it would be risking $1,000. Um, so um, the ETH fees have been a problem for a long time. I think that's why we see Sol tokens going crazy. Low fees. True. Very, very true. 70K profit take. Wait, you took $70,000 in profit off of a Bitcoin short? Pepe is going crazy, Matt. Is it? Let's go and check it. You said Pepe is going crazy. I hope you actually mean it's going crazy. Because if not, it's not gonna when you say something's going crazy, it's not gonna hold as much weight. Let's go and look at it. Let's see how crazy it's going. Go over here and we'll go to memes and we'll look at memes overall. So if we look at Pepe right now, it's up 8%. I wouldn't consider that going crazy, but it's getting closer and closer to breaking a zero. It's up 1.6%. And over the day, it's up 8%, 8.2%. Floki is making a bigger move than that, up 22%. Uh, so very, very true. Why don't you become a certified financial advisor? Then you would be a lot better at this channel because you could actually give legal advice. I wouldn't give anybody financial advice. It's not wise to do that. Like I feel like it's not about it's not about me, telling someone, that what they should do, what they shouldn't do with their position. I want them to be able to make that decision for themselves. Because honestly, being a financial advisor, taking a percentage of somebody's, earnings as you are investing into it or investing it for them, I think is ridiculous. I think you should just be able to train yourself to understand a little bit more and not have somebody take a percentage of your money or a percentage of your gains or a percentage of your holdings, right? Depending on what their fees are and how it's structured, it's a problem. He needs to be a very wait. He needs to be a very scumbag for someone to actually check him. You can't do anything about it. I don't know what you're talking about. My take profit is set for 70K. Okay. Okay, you're going to take profit at 70K rather than you're talking about 70K, the price for Bitcoin, not how much your profit is going to be. Jasmine is still stagnant somehow, some way. I mean, it's going to be there for a little bit, and it'll eventually move. You'll see it push. Why isn't Shiba Inu moving with Bitcoin like it was before? So Bitcoin, Shiba Inu and Bitcoin are like completely like opposites within the market, right? You're going to see Bitcoin that runs, it starts to level out, money then flows into the altcoins, right? And meme coins really aren't seeing a ton of volume here today, aren't really seeing a ton of push. While you did see volume that was up a crazy amount, and Dogecoin was seeing like 10 billion, Shiba Inu was seeing like 15 billion, Pepe was seeing like 4 billion, and you saw multiple billion that was going through every single position. And now you see like Dog with Hat with 317 million, Bonk with 460 million, and so on and so forth, right? You see millions of dollars rather than multiple billions of dollars and everything. It's not Meme coins are not the popular thing right now. They're not the where most of the money is flowing into right now. While people do hold a lot of it and it still has that popularity, it's just not showing in the form of cash. You could give legal advice and still suck at it. Very true. Why? This is not financial advice. Yeah, none of it is financial advice. You can educate people without being a broker. Christian, stop talking, bro. I mean, you can't tell people to stop talking, but I mean, you could say whatever you want. Don't insult people, though. Jay and Christian, relax. I'm talking to Christian. They're eventually, wait, they're eventually, I don't hate Matt. Good morning, Matt. What that price do? I mean, the price done been at 72. The price was at $72,000, 72 plus $1,000, which is crazy to see Bitcoin that high, and to see, um, not my portfolio, and to see, Grock that's up so much today. It just looks great. 84% of an increase, up to $117 million market cap. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Not really seeing major movement in anything else that's in the portfolio. Everything else just is like slightly positive, and then some things are negative, right? You see Lucky's that has decreased a little bit. Still at $1.8 million market cap, though. That's great to see. Teller, that's sitting, at a little bit higher than the level that I just made my recent investment. Do I celebrate, panic, or go to bed? It's up to you. I made money on meme coins the last 2 months, but now that the bull market doors have officially opened, I moved my profits into uh, I moved my profits and initial investment into Render and Jasmine. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely going to be more of the utility bull run. Is that is that playing or did that stop? I don't know why I did that. You eating your food? No, you're not. Chew your food. Honk is still a heck of a lot. Wait. It hit 4 cents, did it? That's great. I can't keep track of everything that's moving, and I really can't. I try to. Let's see if anything notable is up in the entire market rather than just the my watch list. But Floki seems to be up the most. It's up 23% in 24 hours. You're seeing Python Network that is up quite a bit. That's up to 88 cents. So that's great to see from where it was at like 50 cents. So seeing a little bit of an increase there. Pepe is up to almost that drop zero level, up 0.0000092 at a $3.8 billion market cap. Litecoin is up 8%, up to $95. Algorand up 7%, 6%, 7%, up to 28 cents, 28.5 cents. What do you think of Beam? I have Beam. I like Beam. I have about $1,000+ of it. I like where that's going. If we look at my portfolio, let's see where that stands. That's sitting at 160,000. I'm up $7,000 in the last 24 hours, which is great. And this is not everything. I feel like I still have a little bit of crypto dust that's sitting over here. Not really crypto dust, but definitely lesser values that's sitting over there in Coinbase, as well as all of the amounts that's sitting over in my Kraken portfolio that I'm not going to take the time out of the day to literally go through 100 different positions and place that on my watch list here. But either way, I'm up to 160,000. I mean, Jasmine's leading the way. XRP's right there. Lucky's Leprechaun had a large rise as well. Grock is up to $18,000. Chronos up to 16. Terra Luna Classic 10. Sync that's up to 9. Krill that's up to about 7,000. So I got quite a bit of cash flowing through the crypto market. So I'm happy about that. What percentage up are you? If you are, congrats, Matt. What percentage? I mean, I don't know if it gives me like the full percentage that I am up overall, but it says here my all-time profit is 102%, plus $81,000. So I'm up quite a bit on in the crypto market. 18,000 for Jasmine alone, and then also I think 15,000 for Lucky's and 11,000 for Grock. So 10,000, pretty much the entire thing for Terra Luna Classic because I invested $43. Matt, do you have Floki? Holy shit. $160. I'm happy for you. Well, thank you, Studio Tech, for saying that. Um, do I have any Floki? I don't have Floki. Actually, I think I might have it in my MetaMask wallet, but I don't think I have a lot. At this point, it should be worth quite a bit though, because I think when I bought it, it was worth like $300 million, and now it's worth 2.2. So I should. It's not going to be a lot, but it'll be more than what I had, which might have been, I don't know, $50 to $100. I did have a lot more Floki. When I had Gate.io, I had a lot more Floki that was sitting over there, but I I don't have Gate.io anymore because they aren't available in the US. People should seriously start looking at HBAR right now. I like HBAR as well. I don't have a lot of it. I have like $300 worth of HBAR. I'm 50% down still on your crypto account. Sailor about to be on CNBC. What do you recommend about dual citizenship? I don't know. I don't have dual citizenship. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. to get more altcoins. I mean, whatever you can do to grab more cryptocurrency, whatever you can do to be able to better your financial situation as well as other people's financial situation. So, yeah, whatever you can do. Altcoins will go mental on this on next positive catalyst, which they have plenty timing perfectly this month with the halving. You mean like next month? They have plenty of catalysts. Like you look at what could happen, right? You could have some negative things that happen as well. I believe you have like the is it the court case starting for um the not the classic chain, but Terraform Labs and what's happening there, as well as the SEC versus XRP or SEC versus Ripple situation that comes to like a conclusion, which should come to a conclusion. Every time we've said that, it always have pushed out a little bit more. And then you have the halving that's coming up. And then you have the end of this month where we should see the lockup. So there's a lot of different things that I feel like that can create a ton of positivity within the crypto market. Did somebody say right there that BNB is the next 100x gem? Oh wait, next 100x gems. They just said BNB crossed $500. That was March 10th. Yeah, I mean now it's at $523. You know, if I would have taken I had $8,000 invested into BNB. That would be worth $16,000 at this point because it would have doubled. It would have more than doubled actually. It probably would have been worth about $18,000 if I would have kept it, but I couldn't keep it. But I got to be happy with what I do have instead of harping on the past. Um, I gotta be happy with what I do have, which is Solana, which is BNB. I don't even know if I have Solana over here in this portfolio. Let me go back to my portfolio. I do have Solana over here, the 3,000. Okay, good. I wasn't sure. Are you eating? No, you're not. I know Americans here in the UK who have dual citizenship and they have to pay taxes in both countries. Well, it depends how much money you make in both countries. You're not going to be you're not going to be dual taxed on the same income. If you make your money in a certain place, you're taxed in whatever place. If it comes to investing, though, you can do that from anywhere. But if you're living in, let's say the UK, or it's a position that you can only get in the US, then you would just tax it accordingly. But you're not going to get double taxed. If you are getting double taxed, you're not doing it right. I'm not a tax professional, but I'm pretty sure that's the way that things go. Jasmine lockup will just send the price straight up. Even if the initial amount is small, big time FOMO when that starts. I don't disagree. I think it should really push it up. Um, but then again, you have to think about how people react. It's like it's all about the reaction and how you see that jump up based on that. So if you're expecting things to react that way, and everybody else is going to maybe act and wait to see it happen that way and be excited about that and end up investing beforehand, and then when it does happen it ends up tanking because of the fact that everybody thought it would skyrocket, so they got in early rather than getting in on time. So you have to really break down what people are going to do. I gotta go blow my nose. uh Love the channel. I've been lurking on live in the past couple of weeks. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. How many kids do you have? I have two kids. Two girls. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate that. All right, that's enough. Thank you for telling me that I'm muted. Um, how much is my portfolio worth? Um, just north of 160. Um, I'm learning the hard way. Yes, that's what I was reading. He said I'm learning the hard way. This is my first bull run. Yeah, I understand. I don't know if it's a um it is a learning curve, but you typically want to figure this all out before we get to the official bull run and understand what your mindset will be. But you never can fully understand what you will do until you experience that, you know? And that's the issue that we deal with. People don't experience this. Let me go over to Rumble um, for a second. People don't experience this. Um, come on, enough. It's like if you go to a job, right, and you've been going to school your whole entire life, right? You went to school for 4 years for business, and then you finally go to a job. And once you go to that job, it seems like it's nothing that you learned. It's because of the experience, right? You need that experience to, every job will be different. This is just teaching you the basics to understand what somebody may say, but there's a lot of times where people don't even go to school and just learn based on that experience. And that's why experience is very, very important, more than just having that schooling. Um, so you can't really say like, oh, you're fully prepared if you've never actually been through a bull market. Like, I'm glad that I was able to get through a bull market and enter it before it started to really rise up to the crazy level, so that I know what to experience at that time and what to how to manage it. Because if not for that, I would also be a little bit more blind, and it would be blind leading the blind. But since I did have experienced that, and I know other people have experienced it, it's not going to be exactly the same, but you will have a strategy going into it as you hit certain selling points or something. Check Grock. Yeah, I saw Grock 72K Bitcoin. Yeah. Uh, hey Matt, are you full time in crypto, or do you have a side job? So I'm full time on YouTube. YouTube is my primary source of income, and I would say now, obviously, with how much I've gained over this past 3 months, it seems like my primary source has been um, cryptocurrency, because I gained $81,000 in a matter of like a few months with how far this has grown. So that's the primary source there, but I have multiple passive income sources as well. But and that also includes the stock market and dividend investing, which I am, continuing to fund. So this is um, my full time job now, and then also still, uh, while Hayden is home, being more of a stay at home dad as well. What's up? You want me to do this? Are you eating your food? So I'm trying to do like a lot of stuff, which is like, I know the one day, but Hayden understands what I do because Hayden is here with me all the time. But Harper didn't understand what I did, and she had career day, and she was like, I want mommy to come to career day. And I was like, what about me? And she was like, you don't have a career. I was like, okay, I do. What, you don't understand what I do? She was like, yeah, you just stay on your computer all day. I was like, well, not all day, but pretty much. I had to explain to her a little bit of what I did, but it was funny. Same, trying to work from home and see my child more. Hey Matt, I know I left you this message a few times, and I know you're busy, but if you had 10 grand, where would you put it in? I just want to pick your brain on that. Right now it's kind of tough, right? Because things are not really like they're all flowing to massive levels. I would say I definitely feel like XRP is still at a great spot, right? Still at a great spot for a lot of future growth for it, as well as still seeing a lot of these altcoins that are not actually at these all-time highs that they should be at. While you see Bitcoin at these levels, altcoin season hasn't happened. So I wouldn't put it into Bitcoin. Um, I would probably move it more into other things below BNB. I feel like BNB has risen quite a bit and it's up to a $78 billion market cap. But Solana doesn't look bad. XRP doesn't look bad. Cardano doesn't look bad. I still feel like some of these meme coins like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have a decent sized potential chance to run way more than what you would get in the stock market. But if you want more of a use case, Avalanche is a good play as well. A lot of people love Chainlink. I don't have Chainlink. I was thinking about getting it at 15, but I didn't. Um, Litecoin is a good play for me. I have about $2,000 worth of Litecoin, and I'm looking to turn that into to see that jump up to probably somewhere around 600 to $1,000. I would love to see that happen for Litecoin overall, but only time will tell. And yeah, CRO is still at a good spot as well. Somebody just mentioned next stop for CRO is 20 cents. If it breaks 28 cents, the next stop would be 50 cents. For taxes, use Coinly to bring records to tax professionals. Matt Yodo dropped a grip. Time to enter in the play. Stop procrastinating. I don't know if I'm buying anything new. I'd probably say that can be your play, like how maybe we may have different sides on things, but yeah, I'm just not in. I can't say I'm not fully into it because the way you explained it really did um, make sense. I just don't know if I don't know if I'm into that play. I don't know yet. It is on my watch list. I saw it drop a little bit, but every time I'm like, maybe it's not for me. But I hope to see you make millions from that. I really do. Kids are freaking funny. Yeah, they are. Harper's hilarious sometimes. And then when you continue to laugh at her, she tries to make you laugh more. And it's like you gotta know when it's time to quit. You got Krill, I got Yodo. We still golfing soon. Yeah, that's what it's all about. The thing we do have in common though is Grock, and Grock is looking really really good, and some other things, XRP as well, and some other plays that are out there as well. But everybody has ones that they believe in maybe a little bit more. And I really do hope that, you see massive returns from there. So then you could, put more money into different places, whether it's a dividend, account, or you find another investment or something like that. $6 million market cap for what? For Rockies? Wait, Rocky is really being slept on. $6 million market cap. Myro thoughts. I like Myro. I've had Myro for a while now, and I think I'm up about 100% on my position. How often do you rely on trading indicators to make moves? Short term, pretty much all the time. I'll rely on just solely a couple of indicators, maybe a 15 moving average, 200 EMA, depending how short term. But then when it comes to, some swing trades and stuff like that, the 200 EMA maybe is a bouncing point for me and previous, resistance levels or support levels to get into something. But for the long term, typically, no, I'm not really worried about whether we are at a lower level or not. I just look at it as if I believe it's going to be worth more than it is right now, it really doesn't make sense for me to make a big stink about getting in at an insanely low level, right? For XRP, yeah, it's great to get in at 50 cents, but even if I get in at 60 cents, I'm still fine. My cost basis is like 60, 61 or 60 or 61 cents. Real estate, bro. It's all going into passive income. I mean, passive income into dividend positions as well. Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on ticker symbol O, realty income, where you get paid dividends as well as the growth of the position. which has maybe certain ETFs where you have a standard of 10% growth. Doing the math on a lot of that, it's crazy to see how much you can get in a return, especially if the interest rates are low, but the interest rates are kind of high. So if you get to a point where mortgage rates go back down to like 3% or something, which would be fantastic. If you have those go down to 3%, then don't pay it all in cash. Just take that money and throw it. If you had it all in cash, take that money, throw it into the S&P 500 or throw it into some place where you'll gain a massive return, even if it's like 5%, 6% APY over a lifetime. If you continue to add to it, you're gaining so much more than what you would end up paying off there. So it's even if you are paying it a massive amount in interest. So for me, I think I'm excited to see what happens in the bull market and also what happens um, elsewhere, in my portfolios. When do you think SHIB will pass all-time high? All-time high of 0.00009 or sorry, 88 or something. When do I think it will pass all-time high? I would assume after the halving, not before the halving. So it depends what happens with the market. So if the market we end up seeing a decrease at halving time, which is okay, and it's kind of expected with how the market is moving now, or it might happen, maybe a couple of weeks before. So once we hit April, we may see it, start to tank a little bit right before the halving actually happens. And if that's the case, we may see more of a rise right after the halving, maybe not as the halving is happening, but maybe in the next month, we'll see things that rise rather than stay flat. Um, so it all depends on what happens to the market. But if we see it just continue to rise, I would expect it to happen right around halving time if it continues to rise through the halving. However, if we see a pullback, it might not be until we start seeing that pickup again, which could be a month to 3 months after the halving. Should we sell everything during halving? I really don't know. If it is a long term play, again, it's all about your exit strategy, right? And if you want to time the market, that would be what you're risking to do. Now, if you have certain positions that you are doing short-term plays with, timing the market is what you're doing with it. So make sure you time the market accordingly. If it is a long-term position, it doesn't matter what prices you hit and what you plan on doing. You now want to sell at a certain price. That's all that matters. So for me, no matter if the price comes back, I know it's going to come back up eventually. I'm not looking to gather more or do anything to get myself out of the position, get back in. I'm just looking for the price targets to get hit. Whenever that does happen, that's when I will sell certain portions of it. If those price targets don't get hit, then I'm not selling until those price targets do get hit. That's why I set up my strategy. How do you see Bitcoin having what could happen in the markets when that comes markets after halving? I haven't seen that before, so that's why I'm asking. Uh, so for again, where we are right now, it's a completely different market than what we've seen before. But before we've seen the all-time highs happen after the halving, and it was usually well after the halving, right? It was like, I believe 3 to 6 months where you saw that pick up. That's why a lot of people believe that 2025 was it. And now you have a lot of people that are saying that the crypto bull market might be shorter because we reached a new all-time high before the halving even happened. So it's kind of confusing to say, or I'm confused to say where it's going to, hit an all-time high, where things are going to be their most bullish, and what do I see happening there? Because we've never experienced what market we have today with the ETFs and the amount of strength, the amount of traditionalists, the amount of adoption that's going to come into it, and the fact that this is going to be a use case bull run versus being a just bull run because people are hype around cryptocurrency. It's not just popularity based on the fact that people want to gain gains. It's that plus the utility, plus because of the utility, it adds more FOMO to and more popularity to it. So it's something we have never seen before, and truly it's exciting. It's very exciting. Uh, I bought Bitcoin at 23,000 and it had sold at 33,000. If I didn't sell my $1,000 would be now $3,000. Yeah, I mean, you live and you learn. I wish I had um, I had the funds to solely invest into one Bitcoin at the lowest level of 16,000, but that's all of the funds that I had. So I did not want to throw it in on that point. I ended up taking that and I started, I believe it wasn't my journey of dividend investing, but I had funds at that point at the lowest level there. When it comes to altcoins, the lowest level for a lot of altcoins came like months after the lowest level for Bitcoin because Bitcoin started to bounce from like 15 or 16 up to where it is now and just continued to increase. Everything else kind of trended the opposite way, which was very, very interesting to see. um Not reading my comments at all. I look, I can't get to all of them, and I apologize if I can't get to your comments, but I cannot get to the comments or all comments. 75K when the U.S. market opens, maybe. I won't be live at that time. Retail has been invited back in after all time high. Exit liquidity. Stop whining, people. I mean, I understand people want answers to some of their questions. I want to help everybody out. I want to. Matt, don't feel bad. Er, I could have invested my inheritance into Bitcoin at 3,800. I got married instead. Such a mistake. I mean, when you look at things and spending money, when you look at like buying certain things and all these things that we're doing, yeah, a lot of it could have been invested in different places. Eat your food, Hayden. You still have a lot of cereal left. Eat your food, please. I don't have to keep telling you. You should want to eat. People want to eat, right? I feel like eating is a normal thing, especially when you're eating what is it? Reese's Puffs. Everybody loves Reese's Puffs, unless you're allergic to peanut butter. Then that might not be a good thing for you. But I can't afford a wife. You need a dollar cost average and mental well-being. Wife is a second job, unpaid. I mean, it's not as bad as you think. It's good. You got someone there that's always you got someone there that's always there to support you if she's you know truly your wife and equal parts, one half of a whole. You feel as though there's always someone there to support you. Yesterday we put a TV on the wall and there's a bird outside my window and I can see it flapping in the shadow. I don't know why it's doing that. Go somewhere. Is it stuck? Wait, that bird might be stuck inside my egress window. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It looks like a bird, but it's not. It's not a bird. and I don't see anything that's actually flapping or anything. So it's weird. It's like a some sort of optical illusion or something. Crypto is wait, wife is like crypto. Some are good. Others will rug pull you. That's very true. Very true. Can always dollar cost average your way out of positions. This is my first bull run. I'm scared. Uh, I'm gonna mess it up. LOL. I want to just take most of everything out and just keep my Jasmine. I hear you. Yeah, as things are running, it does get very scary because you have so much that's there. I've been at this situation before. That's why I'm not worried about it. I've been to larger gains and larger levels and places, but this was all in one position before. Like I invested into AMC and made, I took my initial investment and it ended up being worth even after I taking my initial investment, ended up being worth $100,000 at that time. That's amazing to be able to see that it's worth $100,000 for one position from a $16,000 investment. In crypto, that's kind of expected for some things. It's like if you invest $16,000, you expect to gain like a 5x, 10x return from what you invested into. But you also don't want to put $16,000 into every position because that's a lot of money to put into one position, let alone five or six. Um, but now where I stand, yeah, it is scary to see your value at a certain level. But if you believe that it's going to be worth a lot more than where it is, then absolutely continue to hold that and maybe take some of your initial investment or take some of your profit, leave some in there, and you'll still be able to gain a heck of a lot. Um, if you hit 40 cents, if Lunik hits 40 cents, I'm spitting in my boss's coffee and paying his kids' tuition before I quit my job. You're spitting in your boss's coffee. I wouldn't do that. But then paying his kids' tuition before you quit your job is actually a good thing. So a bad deed on top of a good thing. Why would you do that? Good morning, Matt. Can you please check guacamole? Erica just had guacamole yesterday, which it was like the spicy guacamole, which is really good. Um, guac. Um, let's see. This position sits at $43 million market cap. 100% of the supply is out there. $2 million worth of volume. Um, Not really crazy popular. I do want to check the markets. The markets that's available on it is a Solana based meme coin, I would assume. You're seeing 38 other pairings. Majority of them will probably be Orca and Jupiter, and yeah, that's exactly what you do see there. So not really many like top tier exchanges at all, but you are seeing $2.3 million that's flowing through there, and it makes sense, right? Like someone said, nobody wants to trade on Ethereum because of the gas fees, so we're trading everything and finding all these meme coins on Solana because that's the way to go, and it's cheap, right? Um, so where this stands, it's down about 4% today. It's up 31% in the last 7 days, 22% for the last month, and 2,414% for the last year. It looks like it did reach a level where it resisted away from a high point, which was great to see that growth up to those levels. But again, now it looks like you're on the way down, kind of approaching these lower levels again. So I would be a little concerned with that. But things from this perspective, looking at the total supply that's out there, no dilution that's factored into it, $2 million. I would assume when you have more, I'm tripping probably. I would assume when you have more exchanges, you'll see more volume that goes into it as well. So I'm not invested into it. I probably won't do that, not for the sake that I don't believe it has any type of push to it or pull to it. It's just that I'm not really investing into many things right now. If I was going to do something, it would be in like Deck Screener or something and try and find like a gem that I could put, $50 into and eventually turn it into so much more with a 2 million% gain or something. How do I know it's if it's altcoin season? Also, thoughts on coins like Ladies slash SEI. I have SEI. I like SEI quite a bit. Ladies, I feel like the meme coin. It is a meme coin, right? So you see that based on Elon Musk and his push of that, or at least statement or tweet of that. That's something that will push it and will continue to push it if that does happen again. However, it hasn't happened again, but we are seeing some movement when meme coins start to run. We start to see some movement in the entire thing. Um, but when do you know when it's altcoin season? You know when it's altcoin season when you start to see Bitcoin dominance start to decrease, retrace a little bit. Basement is haunted, probably. Um, But yeah, 52% for Bitcoin dominance right now. And you want to see it at a lot lower of a percentage. You know, you want to see Bitcoin's dominance at like less than 40, hopefully around the 30 percent range. If you could see that, you know that a lot of money is flowing into altcoins. How's your longs doing on Margex? Oh, they're doing pretty good. Speaking of Margex, thank you for mentioning that. If you guys want to trade on Margex, feel free to use my link down below and my link in the chat. But yeah, I have a couple, right? I opened up one for ApeCoin, um, which was on Friday, I believe, March 8th, somewhere around that time. Might have been Thursday or Friday. But it's sitting up $183 or 53%. My Matic position is up 68%, 227% for this Litecoin position, 61% for Shiba Inu, 319% for this Litecoin position, 132% for AVAX, 883% for Dogecoin, 209% for AVAX, 152% for XRP. Another one that's XRP and it's up 65%, and another one for Bitcoin that's up 629%. So, yeah, definitely everything has been moving more in a positive direction for me. I want to make a move. I wanted to make a move today. I just can't find an opportunity. I'm thinking that Shiba Inu might be the way, but I'm kind of waiting for a little bit of a pullback short term, which it's already in the negative, or days change has been 1.4%. So it was in the negative. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of positivity over here on Margex. And if you guys want to start leverage trading, this is a great platform to do so. I've been doing it for a while now and I've had so much success. I did get liquidated on one position earlier. What was it, yesterday? I forget what position it was. Um, I forget what it was. Could this be Could this be no altcoin run due to Bitcoin continuing to dominate? Yeah, that's exactly why, right? You see the Bitcoin dominance, and you're not going to see altcoins that are seeing that flow of money because majority of the billions are going into Bitcoin. You have $24 billion going into Bitcoin alone. And then you have money that's flowing into other things, right? You see billions of dollars that are going elsewhere, but you need to see some of that money flow into the rest of the market. What coins do you recommend for $600 if I wanted to invest? I I like a lot of the coins at the top of the market. You know, looking at an ADA, Cardano, looking at an XRP, looking at an AVAX. I feel like that's a great play as well. There's a lot of different ones, right? CRO is a good play. Are you buying any CRO? I mean, I'm buying $10 a day over on Coinbase. So as we go over to Coinbase by itself, you're going to see that um, I'm up to $766. I'm buying $10 every single day, no matter what the price is. I'm not going to stop buying it. It doesn't matter if it gets up to $10 worth of a price. I'm going to continue to buy more CRO over here and continue to hold it to see what that's worth. This is going to be my forever portfolio while we have a certain amount that's sitting over there that's staked that's a kind of a forever amount, and what I'm using that card for, because right now I'm gaining like 3.75% on every single purchase that I make with that card. And when we get up to the next level, I'll get like 5% or something like that, because I get an extra, I think it's 1.75% on top of what I already get on the card once I get up to the next level, which is an Icy White card, as well as getting free Netflix, as well as getting free Spotify, as well as getting free Amazon. And I feel like I've been liquidated a few times with AVAX. Yeah, you have to find the right time. I feel like AVAX, I don't know if you've done like, you shouldn't have gotten liquidated that many times because it doesn't really pull back as far. So you must have been doing like a 50x leverage, which I think is the max. Did you do like a 25x leverage, 20x leverage? Yeah, 50x. Yeah, see that'll be it. Because you have no room for error. Like you think about it, a 5x leverage means that the position can only lose 20%. If it loses 20%, you get liquidated completely. Which honestly, that's a large gap and it's pretty good. You don't really get liquidated that many times when you have 5% or 10%. 10%, you know, you're looking at if it loses, or sorry, 10x, if it loses 10x, I think it's 10x. If it loses 10%, then you end up losing your entire position. Then you start to get into even further X's, right? You get into a 100X would be if it loses 1% of that position, you lose everything in your what you've invested, not in your portfolio, but just what you invested in that position. 50x would be 2%. So if it loses 2%, you lose everything. So you have to manage that correctly and you have to know which way it is rolling, especially after you decide to invest. And it can't be long term. 50x cannot be long term. 50x has to be like short term. I'm new to crypto world. If Bitcoin drops in price, all other coins will drop too. No, that's not true. Bitcoin drops in price a lot of times. You see the rest of the market that follows Bitcoin eventually, but it doesn't mean that everything will drop in price too. Um, it depends how extensive it is because if Bitcoin continues to drop, if Bitcoin continues to drop, I don't know what happened here. Yeah, if Bitcoin continues to drop to a certain level and continues for multiple days, then you see the rest of the market catch up. But if it's something that's a spur of the moment type of thing, it decreases for one day, everything doesn't decrease because of that. I found a comfortable range of 25x for most of my longs. Yeah, I mean, mine is typically around um, 5x to 10x. There's times where I do 15x, and typically I fail anything over 20x. I've had a couple of successful trades around um, 50x and 100x, but they were very short term. If you can't manage your capital and your emotions, I mean, Pepe gonna explode when the elections come around? Possibly. I think election coins are gonna absolutely explode when that happens. I do want to continue to look at not only my portfolio, but I want to look at the watch list to see what Grock is doing. Hopefully, it pushed up even more. I just want to see Grock explode. Grock has since come back a little bit. It's down 11% from that high point of 1.9 cents or almost 2 cent mark. But yeah, still up 67%. That's still great. DChat is up 95%. That's a position that I looked into before. I don't know if anybody got into it. As I said, it had potential, but I added it to my watch list. Not many people talking about Luna Classic. Why? It just doesn't really have as much movement. It's still very popular. I'm still holding it. Still have, um, you know, like a 100% I don't even know what percentages I have. I think it might be like a 20,000% gain or something like that. Does it say what percentage? So yeah, 23,000% gain on Terra Luna Classic. So I'm still very, very bullish on Terra Luna Classic. Looks like my portfolio has come down by like $2,000 in the last hour. When new altcoins launch, do you think it's better for them to launch before altcoin season, such as now, or when altcoin season actually gets here? It depends. It depends. I would say it's probably better for them to be um, established right when altcoin season happens, because that's where you'll see majority of the popularity flow into things that are new and more money and all that stuff, right? If you establish yourself before people are starting to get into altcoins, all of the ones that are new might end up flooding before you get a chance to be noticed. 10,000 on Trump coin. You have 10,000 on MAGA Trump, which I think I have 1,000 that's sitting there. Matt, you should create your own meme coin. I shouldn't. It's very difficult to maintain, like everything that you have to maintain. I can barely maintain the stuff that I have, and I post a boatload of videos a day, talk to people on Patreon. Um, what's an alternative to Ethereum? I can trade. I can trade with MAGA Trump coin. So you can actually buy MAGA Trump on BSC. It's tradable on the Binance Smart Chain network, but you have to make sure you get the Binance Smart Chain um, network address and you paste it over there in MetaMask and it'll come up. That's what I have. I have it on the Binance Smart Chain network, so I don't have to deal with the fees that are associated with it. Also, initial funding can cost you a lot when creating. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Depends how much you put into it. I've seen coins that could cost like, $200, $300 or a price of one BNB. And right now that would be like $550 at this point. Um, but you could create a coin if you wanted to, and it wouldn't be super difficult. It's just a lot to maintain, I would say. Like the website, the Twitter account, um, all the things that they're doing, and whatever you decide to do with it. But yeah. All right, I got to get off of here. So you're saying, Matt, look at um, Moo Moo, and why is it going up? I don't know what Moo Moo is. I'm very tired. I'm also very hungry. I got these McGriddle things sandwiches. It's currently up 16%. I mean, it's not up a crazy amount. $7.6 million, 100% of circulating supply. It's an Ethereum based project. I do like to go and look at the contract a little bit. There's 1,800 holders within it.
James Perry donated $2 through Super Chat. Have a look at Moomoo. Why is it going up?
You see 30% of the supply that is in the dead wallet. No real red flags that are there. I mean, it's probably just going up because it's going up. I mean, that's just all that can be explained. You're only seeing $486,000 worth of volume. So a lot of volume doesn't have to, you don't have to have a lot of volume to affect this position in a big way. It seems like it. Hey Matthew, it's me again. I still have $1,500 in Shiba from the other day. That's great. I don't remember. So I hope it goes up a lot. Don't we all? Cooking hash browns as we speak. So I wanted to stay here until the market starts working. When are you gonna do an MTV Cribs episode? Never. I could probably do a studio reveal and exactly what my studio looks like. But I do need to get one monitor that matches all the rest of them, which is from Costco. Costco has a great deal on monitors. A Dell curved monitor I got for $169. I think it has gone up to like $220, but it's still a steal. It's still a steal price at this point. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. Bitcoin sitting at $72,000. Ethereum over 40 or $4,000. It's great to see that. Um, yeah, definitely check out Margex if you guys want to start trading on Margex. It's a great platform that I've had a lot of success with, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of success with if you find your trading strategy. Um, but yeah, I got to get out of here, guys. Thank you again for watching. Look out for some videos that are coming today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.